We just got some news. Miles Boykin back on a 1-year deal.
Shout out to Miles Boykin. I like that, man. That's a quality pickup right there.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Heck yeah. You need him.
Added to the receiver. I don't know if we need him.
Yes, you do. Who does that on special team? Nobody. You need him. George Pickens isn't covering kicks, getting tackles on special teams. Deontay Johnson isn't. Allen Robinson isn't. Calvin Austin isn't. Anthony Miller isn't.
We got a lot in the receiver room, though.
No, I'm saying which receiver was giving you special teams, though.
I get what you're saying. I think that could be replaced by a lot of positions.
Teach their own.
I don't know what's going to happen with him with the receivers now. Does that make... I'm hard pressed to believe Calvin Austin is going to be expendable like that this offseason, but we'll see. What I'm saying is, okay, is it just a competition now between Boykin, Miller, Calvin Austin for like that final roster spot, or even you throw Gunner in there too?
All of them gonna be in there. I think Boykin has a good chance though, just because of what he does from a gunner standpoint. Because the reason I bring up the special teams is this: we already said, right? Best case, we talking about 3 wide receiver sets, right? Best case scenario. So who you just keeping dudes on the roster to keep them? Like, nah, they ain't gonna go that route. So they're gonna have to figure out, if you're not one of these top 3 dudes, you're not George Pickens, you're not Allen Robinson, you're not Deontay. All right, is Calvin gonna make it out there, or is Anthony Miller make it out there? Because none of them are gonna be able to do what Miles Boykins can do. Almost like when we talk Hey Bay. Remember Darius Hayward-Bay, right? He was never going to be just elite receiver that, you worry about him beating guys out. But the reason why he was always going to be on that roster and always have a helmet was because nobody in that room could do what he could do on special teams. So that's why I'm like, even though Miles Boykins doesn't move the needle in terms of offense, the special teams part is going to keep him having a leg up on some of them dudes that we just named in terms of that wide receiver room, because Calvin Austin, he's going to have to be the number 1 return man, right? If he's not, where's his value at? Anthony Miller, if he's not the guy at wide receiver, where's his value at elsewhere? He's not a returner. He's not covering a kick. He's not blocking anybody. So it's almost like he makes himself expendable, so to speak. So for Calvin Austin, it's like, you better be nice in terms of your return game, in terms of securing the punts, like catching it. And then as a receiver, pick up where you were leaving off in terms of right before you got hurt in the middle of training camp, right? We're seeing him take that screen play. Was it 80 yards or something like that? He's going to have to be like that. But it's going to be crowded. It's going to be really competitive. But that's a good thing for us.
Yeah, whenever you say need, it's just like, I think we could have went into training camp, rest of this offseason, 2023, without, like, if we never re-signed Miles Boykin.
That's cool.
We would have been fine. But to your point, the special teams is the thing that makes him unique out of that receiver room.
That's the need.
That'll
part.
give his edge in whatever competition might be taking place. Like I said, I'm going to be hard-pressed to believe that Calvin Austin could legitimately... I mean, he's got to lay an egg, though, I guess.
That's what I'm saying, though, yeah.
But I think you keep Calvin because you drafted him 4th round. He brings the element no one else has with that speed.
Right.
So it could be between Miles Boykin, Anthony Miller, and Gunner for that last spot. Receiver room. Yeah. Gunner,
just
Boykin
don't
both
be
have
surprised.
the special teams.
Just don't be surprised if it's Miles. That's all.
Sure.
Today's show is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. You know, America's top rated sports booking app. And why are they America's top rated sports booking app? Because they are safe, they are secure, and just like my friend Deke, they are reliable, baby. Okay? And we got a pretty dope deal going on right now with DraftKings. When you first sign up, you download that app, and you like, man, I'm ready to hop into this thing. I'm ready to spend a little money and get the chance to make a little money. The thing that I would encourage you to do is to use the promo code option. Because if you do, and you type in the word MOATS, when you make your first bet of $5 or a minimum of $5, you'll receive up to $200 in draft deposit bonus money. Meaning they're going to give you free money to go ahead and get a chance to make more money. It's a pretty dope concept. I mean, and when you're talking about some of the opportunities that you have, where there's futures, we know the draft is coming up. We done heard TG talking about who going number 1 overall. You're going to get a chance to tap into all of that with DraftKings, man. So shout them out, baby. You heard it. But Deke, we also know at times people can struggle with this, with gambling.
Right.
With the chance of making more money. Sometimes it's a little bit too overwhelming. Sometimes you might just say you got a problem, a gambling problem. You might need some crisis counseling. You might even need some referral services. If you're located in New York, It's the number right there for you to call or text. But for everybody else, the number to dial is 1-800-GAMBLER.